Good morning. Today is Wednesday in the third week of Advent. We've got a chilly day today and a big storm coming tonight, and a very interesting gospel from Luke to think about today. Just something, a quick one. It's a short a gospel and a short reflection, but it really just helps us focus on the fact that Jesus was not the victorious king, the king warrior that many were expecting, even John the Baptist, but rather he was the lamb. He came with a different kind of message that just resonates so well in the weeks before Christmas and actually all year long. So a reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. At that time, John summoned two of his disciples and sent them to the Lord to ask, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another?" When the men came to the Lord, they asked, "John the Baptist has sent us to you to ask, 'Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another?'" At that time, Jesus cured many of their diseases, sufferings, and evil spirits. He also granted sight to many who were blind. And Jesus said to them in reply, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind regain their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor have the good news proclaimed to them, and blessed is the one who takes no offense at me." So John got an answer from Jesus, probably not quite the one that he was looking for, but one that he could think about and hopefully find peace with. So I think the thought today is be victorious, but not as many had expected. Let's not be victorious as the warrior king, but rather as the lamb, showing the mercy and love that Jesus offered to everyone we meet and see and talk to and touch today. So today we have something, I think of it kind of as a thought bubble from John the Baptist. We get an insight into what John the Baptist is thinking about as he sits in prison for standing up for his beliefs. Remember, he had the courage to call out Herod Antipas for marrying his brother's wife. And in doing that, he incurred Herod's wrath and was thrown in prison. We can only imagine what those prison conditions were there. But we also know John's pretty used to rough surroundings, living in the desert for so long. John certainly has plenty of time to think and reflect as he sits in confinement. Can you imagine John thinking, did I get to the right one? Was my life worthwhile? Did he, the Messiah, really come to see me at the river? What kind of king is he? I preached that he was mightier than I, yet I don't hear stories about armies or battles. The Romans are still in charge. I'm still sitting here in prison. What's going on? And the message that Jesus sends back is not a yes or no. It's deeper and tells us so much about the child coming next week on Christmas morning. John, just look at what I'm doing. Sure, there are no battles, no great wars, no horses and legions, no swords and spears, no death and dying. Just stories of love, mercy, and hope. The great victories of this Messiah are measured in giving sight to the blind, easing the pain of the crippled, and cleansing the foul sores of lepers, giving the miracle of hearing to the deaf, and even raising the dead to life. The victories are in being present to each one of those people he met and to us, each one of us, every day. Is that the same today? Are our victories measured in the election outcomes or the stock market prices or promotions or new jobs? Or can we see victories in the gentle smile that you shared today, the kindness that you offer to someone in an email or a text, the patience you show to more people today than you did yesterday? Is every prayer we have a victory? How can we find these victories, the little ones that flavor our lives? How can we find one or two today that might be 2 or 3 tomorrow? Maybe it's not the promotion we get, but how we earned it. Not getting to the end of the day, but how we got there. Jesus not only helps John the Baptist to reset his expectations, Jesus is helping us during Advent, coming up to Christmas. So with our masks on and exuding such a big smile that it comes out our eyes and our voice, let us celebrate little victories today and more tomorrow. God bless you. Have a good week. I hope your shopping is done. I hope you're ready for next week, a very different kind of Christmas with just our families or just ourselves, Zooming and talking to others. It'll be different, but maybe a little bit like John the Baptist. We'll have time to ourselves to reflect and think and find ways to build those little victories into eternal life. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.